Hey everybody, welcome to another segment of Pilates P's and Q's. I thought we should start from the ground up, so we're talking about the core. The core of the foot, that is. See what I did there? So we already know and we already stress and we demonstrate a lot about the importance of the core muscles, in particular the deep stabilizers in our torso. So what if we take that same idea and we apply it to the foot, that thing that we stand on all day, that is our awareness of where our body is in relation to the floor, what we use to stabilize both in static positions where we're not moving, where we're just standing, to actually using it to help propel us, absorb force, and basically keep our foot function healthy so that we can go through life hopefully pain-free and as efficiently as possible so we could do all the stuff that we love. So I actually want to think about more of the intrinsic muscles, or basically the stuff inside of the foot that are fully contained in the foot, not the extrinsic muscles that go from the lower leg into the foot. Same on the back side. I actually wanted to just start with where and how do you stand in your own body, in your own foot, and what kind of control do you have of those intrinsic muscles? Before we even start thinking about strengthening, we kind of need to know what we can move, what we can't move, and go from there. So I wonder, how do you stand? I'm talking about right before you do the roll down, or right before you go into a flow, or as you're standing doing some arm series. How are you standing on your feet? Are your toes curled? Are they clawing? So maybe they stay straight, but the little phalanges have little white marks because you're gripping, kind of suction cupping the floor. Are you standing turned out all the time? Is your arch falling in? Are your heels twisting in and your foot rolling out? How are you standing? What position is your foot interpreting and giving you that proprioception from? Just like your core muscles in your torso, it affects the whole, working all the way up. So if you're curling your toes, that's going to affect the accuracy of what your body in your foot is telling the rest of your body. And any changes that you make down here will have a trickle effect, right? Just like the core affects posture statically and dynamically through the exercises that we do. So once you've established how you kind of stand, then let's look at, can you move the stuff within the foot? So let me take off my cute little socks. The easiest and one of my favorite ways to do this is with toe cars, so toe controlled articular rotations. Can you move each toe independent of the others and without affecting the ankle joint, so no rolling in and out? So I like to start these by thinking about shortening the arch. So imagine that there's a hook on each side of your arch, and I don't have an arch, I'm flat-footed. So if I can make an arch, you can make an arch too. Equal arch on both foot. I like to start discovering toe cars just by setting up with a nice arch and then toes nice and flat. Then lift all 5 toes up, and you should be able to get a pretty good range here with the arch lifted. This is something that you need to, say, go up onto your toes to flex right through here. Now, this is working them all together, but now let's look at the control within each side. First thing you're gonna try to do is try to press your big toe down without letting the little toes go down and up. See if you can do that. See if you can do that. I've seen toe curling like this, right? See if you can do it with the toe staying straight. Arch stays lifted. Try some of those all the way down. Can you keep it down all the way up? And you'll notice that you can feel this muscle inside here work, and the stuff inside here will work. Then just try abducting and adducting the toes. So abducting the little guy out and trying to adduct the big guy in. Try some of those. Okay? And then the final thing I want you to try is, can you abduct, adduct, and put each toe down one at a time, like that. And can you pick each toe up one at a time? So feel the arches, abduct, adduct, piano play each one down, and try to pick one up at a time. Abduct, adduct, and see if you can spread as you place each one down and pick each one up individually. Having this kind of foot control, you'll feel all this stuff work. So give those a try this week, incorporate it into your workouts, and see how it affects not only the stabilization and feeling that you get in your foot, but how it affects the whole rest of the body from the lower leg up. Thanks for joining, and be sure to tune in next week, and we're going to continue working with the core of the foot.